For as long as people have been losing limbs, others have been attempting replacements. And in our modern age, there have been incredible advancements in replacement limbs. We live in a time of unparalleled abundance, so everybody who needs a prosthetic limb has one, right? Oh, so not even close. Well, why not? It all comes down to the barrier to entry. Barrier to entry is the sum total of the forces that prevent someone from doing something. For example, if you want to listen to the radio at work, all you need is a radio, right? Well, yes, but you also need a job, a power source, a station to tune into, a place in the building that can receive said station, coworkers that don't mind, and a boss that says it's okay. You see, the barrier to entry is higher than one would at first think. What about the barrier to entry for getting a prosthetic hand? What does that involve? There are two basic directions you can go: traditional commercial prosthetics and 3D printed. With traditional prosthetics, the biggest barrier is the price. In fact, according to doctors McGimsey and Bradford, upper extremity amputees can buy a non-functional cosmetic hand for between $3,000 and $5,000. Are you kidding me? $5,000 for something that just fills a sleeve? What about for something that works? Well, $10,000 will buy a transradial, that means below the elbow, upper extremity prosthesis that is a functional split hook. What? The price of a used car, and it's only one step up from Peter Pan's arch rival. We live in an age of advanced polymers, microcomputers, and rapid prototyping. We must be able to do better than this. Okay, so what about 3D printed prosthetics? Well, they certainly win in the price department. They are functional, and you can have one for only $50 in materials. But kind of like taking the radio to work, the cost of materials is not the only barrier. You'll also need a 3D printer, someone who knows how to use it, someone to adjust the 3D models to fit your disability, the 10 hours or so of print time to print the pieces, all the nuts and bolts, someone who can assemble the pieces, and then someone who can fit the now assembled device to the recipient. And the plastic they're made from will need regular repair, so new parts will routinely need to be created. So there are hurdles related to getting all the needed talent involved. Even so, 3D printed hands have helped many people, especially children. Unfortunately, the cosmetic appearance of 3D printed prosthetics is a problem. Remember, people are willing to give $5,000 for a non-functional hand as long as it allows them to get by in public without being noticed. So, an enormous piece of the barrier to having a 3D printed prosthetic is the social cost of standing out so severely. Okay, so let's put our heads together and see what a good start to helping those who need a hand would look like. For starters, a real help, it needs to be very fairly priced. High enough that the company making it can keep doing so and can afford to innovate, advertise, and grow, but low enough that people don't have to beg, borrow, and steal to get the hand they need. It needs to be durable so that it can be used with confidence and won't constantly be in the shop. Next, it needs to be realistic. Appearance is the single largest improvement that can be made in low-cost prosthetics. Finally, it needs to be functional whenever possible. So, a real step in the right direction would look like this.